could be blazing on a sunny afternoon. Oh, help me, help me, help me sail away. I gave me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. I live this life so miserable. Losing the something, casting cold in the light. No translation. This is our life. That's when the hornet stung me, and I had a feverish dream. Tonight we smoke them out. You are here by century. You are here by century. You are here by century.
Kính thưa tất cả quý vị khán giả của đài VBS Canada, Diễm Hương hôm nay đang có mặt tại buổi chuẩn bị bầu cử cho Mississauga Mayor, nghĩa là bà thị trưởng Bonnie Crombie của thành phố Mississauga. Và hôm nay là ngày campaign kick-off, nghĩa là ngày đầu tiên bà bắt đầu chiến dịch để bầu cử cho năm nay. Và bây giờ xin quý vị hãy cùng chúng tôi theo dõi chương trình của ngày hôm nay.
Good evening. Come on, 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 years.
Supported people of all walks of life, faith communities and races, shepherding in the most welcoming and inclusive city I know and I ever had the privilege of living in. When we see division and fighting and hate and xenophobia in many other places in this world, we should all, and I am, so happy to live in Mississauga and so thankful that Bonnie Crombie is our mayor. Bonnie Crombie cares about inclusion, cares about prosperity, cares about good governance, cares about you, cares about our families, cares about our children, cares about Mississauga, not just winning, though she wants that too. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, please help me welcome the mayor of Mississauga, my friend, Her Worship, Bonnie Crombie. 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years.
Oh my goodness. Wow, I can certainly feel the excitement in the room. What a crowd. Thank you so much. Mohammed, thank you so much for that very kind introduction. Your tremendous success has been Mississauga's success, and we couldn't be prouder of everything that you have achieved. And more importantly, all you do to give back to Mississauga. Thank you for your friendship. And of course, thank you for your ongoing support. Now let me acknowledge a few special guests in the room as well. I see my family is all with me tonight. That's so great. I see my children. Alex, give a wave. I know he's here somewhere. If you want to be on sign detail, see Alex. Jonathan Crombie's here. Natasha Crombie is here. And Brian Crombie is here. Please give a wave. I don't even see them all in the crowd, but I know they're here. I have some council colleagues in the room as well. Karen Rass is here. Karen, give a wave. Ward 2, Ron Starr, Ward 6. Where's Ron? There he is. Nando Unica, retiring from Ward 7. Where's Nando? There he is. Matt Mahoney, Ward 8. There's Matt. And Sue McFadden, Ward 10. We have enough folks here, I think we got to call a council meeting when we're done. There are a lot of candidates in the room tonight. I want to thank you all for coming. I don't have the full list, so I can't name you all, but there are a few other special people I want to acknowledge. Former mentor of mine, a former member of Parliament who really gave me my start in politics. He is here with his wife, former MP Jesse and wife Sophie Fliss are here with us. And of course, my mentor, the iconic, beloved, former Mayor Hazel McCallion is in the room. Friends, 4 years ago, we embarked on a journey together. What started as a smaller group, okay, a much smaller group, has turned into something much bigger. In 2014, my campaign slogan was, "Our city, our time." And looking out at this crowd tonight, we have more than lived up to this promise. The Mississauga of today is ours. Ours to shape, ours to grow, and ours to protect. When I took the torch from Hazel McCallion, I promised to safeguard our city while making the right decisions to ensure that Mississauga continues to succeed. In 2014, and still, people told me I had big shoes to fill. Well, of course I did. But the biggest compliment I ever received is that the transition from Hazel to myself and my council has been a smooth one. My friends, Mississauga is working, and I am working for you. 4 years ago, I inherited extremely strong foundations on which to build the next phase of Mississauga's growth and development. And looking out across this room and across this city over the past 4 years, I know that we are on the right track. Because together, working together, we can accomplish anything. Mississauga is emerging as a world-class city. We are the 3rd largest in Ontario, and we are the 6th largest in Canada. We are stepping out of the shadow cast by our neighbors to the east, and not only embracing the 21st century, but leading it. We're doing this by keeping our city affordable and one of the best places in Canada to live, to work, and to raise a family. 44 years ago, Mississauga was for the most part farmland and fruit trees with a few housing subdivisions. Getting around in a car made the most sense. In 1974, gas was 55 cents a liter. Today it's $1.30. And now with a population approaching 1 million people, we need to think differently about how we get people moving fast and efficiently across our city. And it shouldn't take a half an hour to get from square one to Port Credit. But that's why we're making smart investments to grow our transit network. A system that is fast, efficient, and easy for people to use, to break gridlock, ease congestion, and to get Mississauga moving. I've met thousands of people over the past 4 years, but one in particular stands out. A young woman. Her name was Mona. She's a single mom, and she's trying to hold down a job and take care of 2 kids, all on her own. And she relies on public transit to live, to get her kids to daycare, and to get herself to work. And she told me how she worries every night about not being able to get to the daycare in time to pick up the kids. And how after a long day of work, and after picking her kids up from the daycare, she has to take transit to travel back home, and then make dinner for her kids, and then put them to bed, and then get ready for the next day and do it all over again. She worries every single day. And Mona's situation is not unique. So many of our residents have the same story. I'm proud to say that our city has Mona's back, that we are committed to giving Mona back that precious time in her day so she doesn't have to worry so much. Under my leadership, our transit map has changed significantly since 2014. We secured the largest transit investment in our city's history, $1.4 billion for the Huron-Ontario LRT. And construction has already begun. The Huron-Ontario LRT is a critical piece of our plan to break congestion and to break gridlock. It connects our 2 GO lines, our transitway, and many local transit routes. And it will move thousands of people a day to where they need to go and to get cars off the road. And for the first time in 25 years, we have a plan for all-day, 2-way, GO train service on the Milton line. Because right now, that train runs the wrong direction, my friends. We need to get people to work in Mississauga. Imagine being able to get on that train every 30 minutes, like you do on the Lakeshore line, at Lisgar, at Meadowvale, at Streetsville, at Erindale, at Cooksville, or at Dixie, and go east or west at any time of the day. Our missing link plan will allow this to happen. And Mississauga led the way to develop this plan. We showed leadership to move Mississauga forward. Now, we've completed our bus rapid transit along the 403 and Eastgate, finalized the Dundas corridor plan, and made Lakeshore a priority. And as for Mona and the thousands like her in her situation, we've increased transit service every year for the past 4 years, including adding 12 new buses and 46,000 hours of service in 2018 alone. Mississauga is a growing city, and we have a plan for transit, one that is well thought out and one that is supported by our council. In Mississauga, transit is working for you, and it's working for Mona and the thousands like her that need reliable and affordable way to get around our city. Now listen, Mississauga must remain an affordable place to work, to live, and to raise a family for everyone. From the young couple looking for their first home to the seniors who want to stay in their homes. And while the economy is reaching record highs and unemployment record lows, I know that not everyone is feeling it. Wages have not risen along with the economy, and too many people are going from job to job, contract to contract, or are precariously employed. Many are struggling to make ends meet, let alone get ahead. This instability makes people feel less confident about making investments in their future, whether it be in their education or to make a big investment like buying a home. And as your mayor, I have led a government that has made financial accountability and affordability a top priority. Respecting your tax dollars is our guiding principle. We don't spend money that we don't have. And that's why over the past 4 years, we've kept our taxes competitive and well below the GTA average. Every year we find savings to keep more money in your wallet. In fact, $15 million of savings over the last 4 years and close to $60 million in savings over the last 10 years. We have saved you roughly 1% of the tax bill each and every year. And I even froze my salary for the past 4 years to the same rate as Hazel's, because I believe in setting an example from the top. Mississauga is working for you because we're a great place to live, to invest, and we've become a city in demand. And this in itself has created a housing crisis. Too many people are being priced out of the market. Kids and grandkids are forced to move away, and people have to commute long distances every day to get to work in our city. Time spent away from their families and their friends. In Mississauga, we don't sit back and wait for others to do things. We take action, and we have a plan to build more housing for the middle class. The plan will help people like Mona to live closer to her job. It will also help thousands of nurses, factory workers, retail workers, and also many more in the middle class to find housing. Our plan is working. More affordable options are coming to the market, and many more are on the way. Thank you. Thank you. Safe, affordable housing is critical to building a great city. It's also critical to attracting national and international investments. Our city is an attractive place to invest because of strong, steady municipal leadership, low taxes, and access to a talented, highly educated, highly trained workforce. But make no mistake, we are competing globally against the Bostons, the New Yorks, the Los Angeleses, and the Chicagos of the world. And in these uncertain times, businesses are very careful where they invest. And as your mayor, I have fought for business. Biolab, for instance, the largest pharmaceutical company in Brazil. Well, let me tell you, they were going to locate in New Jersey. Well, that's until I met them. I sold them on our city, and you know what? I won. Last year, Biolab made a $56 million investment right here in Mississauga, and they've created 40 new high-paying jobs, and there are many, many more to come. And I did the same with Cognizant, 2,000 jobs. Bombardier, another 2,000 jobs. Tomei, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, and many, many more. As your mayor, I have made attracting business my business, and I proudly sell our city everywhere I go. Over the past 4 years, my office and our city has attracted or helped expand over 430 businesses. In total, in the last 4 years, we have created or retained, are you ready? 11,000 jobs and facilitated the building of over 4.5 million square feet of new business space. That's more than 75 football fields of new commercial, industrial, and office space, which is generating over $20 million in new revenue to our city. Our plan is working, my friends. Two of Mississauga's success stories are here with us tonight, and I just want to pay kudos to them, if I may, for a second. My friend and the former drummer of Triumph, the famous band, owner of Metalworks Studios, Gil Moore, is here with us tonight. Where's Gil? There he is. He's in the back. Also, you've already met him, of course, Paramount Fine Foods CEO, under whose leadership is growing, and they're achieving success like none other we've ever seen. Mohamed Feki has grown leaps and bounds these 4 years. We are so proud of him. We are so proud of Gil Moore. These are success stories in our Mississauga because our plan is working, and friends, it's because Mississauga is open for business. Now, when I was at Biolab in Brazil, I told them about our transit investments and our great quality of life, and how Mississauga is one of the best places from a tax perspective to invest. But do you know what really caught their attention? When I told them that Mississauga has been one of the safest cities in Canada for the last 20 years. While it's true that our city remains one of the safest in North America and well below the provincial and national average for violent crime, we can't ignore the reality. We have experienced a spike in violent crime this summer, and it needs to be addressed. And we have a plan. Everyone must feel safe in their homes and in their city. I fully support Peel Police in their request for proper funding to fight crime. I've joined Chief Jennifer Evans on calling on the province to give our force the funding they need to crack down, and I've called on the federal government to control illegal guns and for stiffer sentences for those who incite terror in our cities with their guns. But enforcement is only half of the equation. Preventing crime takes hard work, coordination, and smart investments. And I fully support our region's new Community Safe and Wellbeing Plan, and it will help us come up with tangible solutions to tackle crime and provide our youth with opportunity. At the city and the region level, I will be asking our staff if we can invest more money in our youth programming so that youth have more options to connect and build their confidence in safe and welcoming environments. I'm also working closely with the United Way and their agencies to identify and tackle the root causes of crime. If we can set a child on the right path today, they will not wind up on the wrong path tomorrow. Friends, Mississauga will continue to remain to be one of the safest cities in Canada. I'm very proud that I've checked off almost every box on my 2014 platform, Our City, Our Time, and many, many more. We have accomplished so much, but there's still so much to do. We cannot rest on our success. We must continue every day to achieve the future that we all want. It has been my honor to serve as your mayor, but I must earn your vote each and every day. Now, should you do the honor of re-electing me, I will continue to be tenacious in keeping Mississauga an open, inclusive, and welcoming city for all, no matter your race, religion, creed, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. You better be sure that if I see hate or discrimination, I'm going to call it out. I want you to know that I will defend you, I will support you, I will stand up for you, and I will speak out against hate and discrimination wherever I see it, because I have no tolerance, you know it, for intolerance. Thank you. And for those people who seek personal gain by dividing us, I'm here to say you have no place in our city. We must stand together and tell those who discriminate and divide that they are not welcome here. That's right. It's because Mississauga is the very embodiment of the Canadian dream, a place where people from every country on the earth, they come together and they live peacefully. And reflect on that for a moment and understand what a triumph that is, especially when you look at the South or to any number of countries around the world where that is not the case. Mississauga is the true North, strong and free, and this is because we choose to embrace our differences and celebrate each other and our shared history. Over the next 4 years, we have an opportunity to elevate our standing as a city. We will have to ask ourselves, I know Hazel's gonna like this, if regional governance works for the 3rd largest city and the 6th in Canada. Mississauga must be able to control our own destiny like so many other small cities do. It is time for Mississauga to control our own affairs. For over a decade, Hazel McCallion had the overwhelming majority of Mississauga residents thought we could do it. And in 2018, it's about time that we have that conversation again. Don't you think so? All right. Over the next 4 years, our skyline will change dramatically. There are over 27 towers in the pipeline for the downtown alone. And when people say they're going downtown, they will mean downtown Mississauga. Yes. The Lakeview, the West Village developments along the Lakeshore corridor will transform our waterfront into an international destination. We will revitalize Malton, a community near and dear to my heart, realize the potential of the Britannia Farm, build a master plan community and a new community center on the 9th Line lands, and renew the Dundas and Lakeshore corridors and connect our city to the wider region with rapid transit. As your mayor, I will always have a plan to handle this growth, but in a responsible way. I make a commitment to you and to all Mississauga residents that you will have a role and you will have a voice when it comes time to making the tough decisions. Over the next 4 years, we will continue to elevate our status as a smart city, as a sustainable city, as an environmentally friendly city, a city that invests in our artists and values our cultural industries. Yeah. Thank you. This is for you, Mike. We will work to build key pieces of infrastructure, like an outdoor, multi-use sports stadium to give us the ability to host international events, even ones as big as the World Cup. I will continue to make working with all levels of government a priority to ensure they understand our goals and our visions, to ensure that our city receives the funding we need to move our priorities forward. We will always be prepared for the future. Mississauga will continue to be a leading city in Canada. Recently, I had a chance to have breakfast with Hazel McCallion. We were in Ottawa. As you know, I'm a big fan. She's my mentor, my friend, but above all else, she's someone whose counsel I respect and value greatly. And her confidence and support in the direction I am taking our city means the world to me. We would not be in the position we are today without her 36 years of strong, steady, visionary stewardship. Thank you, Hazel. Let's hear it for Hazel McCallion. At the city, our motto has always been pride in our past, faith in our future. And I'm here tonight to tell you that has never been more true. I'm just as proud of the work that has been done by those before me, Hazel and her councils, and I'm excited about what lies ahead for our city. Mississauga has a plan, and it is working. Together, everyone in this room and the 800,000 people across our city will move Mississauga forward. Our best days are still ahead of us. And I ask you for your support and your vote so that I may continue to work for the next 4 years to make Mississauga the best place to live. Thank you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your unwavering commitment to Mississauga. A city is only as strong as its people, and looking out across this room, across the city, I can say without hesitation that we are strong and our future is as bright as it is limitless. Mississauga is working. Thank you, everyone.
Dynamic way. And I'll tell you, with the challenges that are being faced today, it's not an easy job, no question about it. But I'm so delighted when I see our taxes down. We are so fortunate in this great city. And I want to tell you, I'm not supposed to speak a long time because Bonnie has covered it all beautifully. But I want to tell you, when I picked up the Globe and Mail on the 16th of September and read their editorial, I'll tell you, I was very proud. They recommended that Mr. Bernier, who has left the Conservative Party because of his concern, I say, for immigration, etc., they said he should go out to Mississauga and see how the people from all over the world live in harmony. No problem. Well respected, and I believe last year there were 72 nations in the carousel. It's working together, that is, unity of all people that have chosen Mississauga as their home. So, Madam Mayor, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your contribution. I always said when I would retire that I did not want to be a backseat driver. I wanted to encourage and to look forward to what the mayor and members of council would be doing to further this great city of Mississauga. But for us to remain safe, and we have been the safest city for some 20 years, it's up to you. It's not up to the police. Police solve crime, citizens prevent crime. So I know the mayor would really, that's up to us. Each and every community in Mississauga should make it their responsibility when they elect the councillors to work with the mayor. That is very important, that they work with the mayor, because it is the team that I was able to build that brought Mississauga to this point in its development. It needs a team spirit. And in order for there to be a team spirit at City Hall, it's up to the people that elect councillors that are prepared to work and with the mayor and the staff of the city to continue our success. Mississauga, as I've often said, and will repeat as long as I'm on this earth, Mississauga is the best city in Canada.
Mohammed, thank you for being my co-chair along with Dave O'Brien. Friends, we thank you all for coming out. Friends, my goal, my objective is to have a decisive majority. We want a strong mandate for our next council. So that's why you're all here tonight. We ask you to sign up, please. Please get involved. Please join our team, whether it's door knocking or making phone calls or taking a lawn sign or maybe writing a check. You know how these things work. Campaigns are expensive. We need your support. We need your help. There are many people in the race. I believe there are 7 or 8 of us in the race. We want a strong, decisive mandate from the electorate, from the voters. You know that only 3 in 10 people vote, so we want to ask you please to vote, to encourage all your families and friends to vote. More people should be concerned about municipal politics. It's closest to the people. We are here to serve you, but today I'm asking for your help and your support. Please sign up to be part of my team. We thank you for coming out, and at a minimum, be sure to
leave. I want to ask you a few questions. First of all, I know you have been a great mayor for the city of Mississauga over the past 4 years. And what made you to want to be rerun for the mayor of Mississauga again?
Thank you. I think that really it's because I provided strong, steady leadership for our city. I have the experience, I have a vision, I have a plan, and I really want to see the plan through. We're not offering a lot of new platform ideas. We just want to see through what we've started to its completion.
And what would be your first priority if you got re-elected?
Really, my priorities are to keep Mississauga moving forward, whether it's on transit, transportation, infrastructure, whether it's to keep our city affordable, whether it's creating jobs, bringing new investment into our city, or keeping our community safe. Those are our priorities, my priorities, and that's what I'll continue to work on day one after the election.
Right. And how do you improve the quality of life of the city of Mississauga? And is there anything that we need to tackle it?
Absolutely. It's still to continue to make our city affordable for everyone, especially for the middle class through housing, to bring jobs to our city, to ensure our prosperity, and of course to build the public infrastructure, transit, transportation, to make us a world-class leading city.
Last but not least, you have been a great help with the Vietnamese community in the last 4 years, and we all love you. So would you like to share a few words with the Vietnamese community?
We love the Vietnamese people. Thank you for choosing Mississauga. Recently we announced Saigon Park. Saigon Park for our own Vietnamese people, a place where you can come and congregate, celebrate, have picnics. And we want to thank the Vietnamese people of Mississauga for the contribution they make, and that's why we named our newest park Saigon Park.
Right. And also on top, next week we have a fundraising for the Vietnamese Boat People Memorial Monument in Mississauga as well.
Right. That's right. I hope to be able to attend. It's a little bit busy with the election, but of course I support you. And if not this time, the next time I will certainly be there.
Thank you so much, and good luck, and we will stand behind you.
Thank you so much.
Kính thưa quý vị, và bây giờ thì quý vị đã vừa theo dõi xong chương trình phóng sự của đài VBS Canada.